Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here are the answers to the practice on the last sheet that you were doing, and we'll now move on to the next idea. Multiplying powers. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take powers themselves and multiply them. So what does that mean? Well, if I have 3 to the 5 being multiplied by 3 to the 2, well, the 3 to the 5 means take the base, write out 5 of them, and multiply them all together. And this one says take the base of 3, write out 2 of them, and multiply them together. But then the question has an extra multiply. It says take those two groups of numbers and multiply them together. Well, that's no different than 3 to the 7, right? I've actually got 7 3s now, not just the 5 and not just the 2, but if I take 5 plus 2, I now have 7 3s being multiplied together. Look over here. I've got 6 to the 7 and 6 to the 3. So here's 7 6s being multiplied. Here's 3 6s being multiplied. So there's 7 here. There's 3 here. We're multiplying those two groups together, which doesn't mean 7 times 3. It means I now have 10 6s being multiplied together. So what I did was I took this exponent and I added to that exponent. That's a short way of thinking about it, but you should understand why it's happening. So what we have here is to multiply exponents, you copy the base and add the exponents. But again, that's a short way of thinking about it. So if I have something like x to the m times x to the n, that's going to be equal to x to the m plus n. And that's the way your grade 10 teacher showed it to you, and the way that your grade 11 your grade 9 teacher showed it to you, if they showed it to you in grade 9. Now, that time sign and these x's get confusing. So we have a notation that we use, and that is a dot. We often use a dot to represent multiplication, and it gets rid of that confusion. So if you see that, that's what it means. Another way to get rid of the confusion is to write it in brackets. So now we know that these two are being multiplied. We're going to add the two exponents. But remember, the base does not get multiplied together. I see that all the time. You silly kids go and you say x times x. No. Remember what was happening. I had so many x's, and then I had so many other x's. We put them together, and that gives you so many x's, not x times x. So I've got 7 2's being multiplied together, and then I want to include another 5 2's being multiplied together. Well, that's going to be 12 2's in total, and that's all I have to do. And I don't have to do anything else. What I'm doing is I'm simplifying using the exponent laws. I've got 3 4's being multiplied together here. And how many 4's do I have being multiplied here? 1. It's actually just 1 4 there. So this would actually work out to 4 4's in total. So 4 to the 4. And we can make it more interesting. We can put more than 2 things together. So they're all bases of x's. So I've got 9 here, plus 3 more, 8 and 2. Well, 8 and 2 is 10. 9 and 13 is 12. So I think it'll be 22. Do you guys agree? Yeah. Yay. So now there's some quick practice at the bottom. You can go and do that, and we'll be right back.